Honestly, it's been a while. Okay. How do I do this? Um. Yep. Good. Okay. And this goes on. Good. Okay, first thing off, I haven't really streamed in a while. Okay, hello everyone. Um, yeah, I'm actually back really. As you can see, I've changed a bit of the background. You know, um, yeah. I mean, that's the thing that I want to talk about. I just changed the background and like the so. I hope you guys like this new setting that I'm making. It's been a while since I've streamed, but and I have no idea what else I can stream. So here we go. And also I have to do this really early because that's when my parents isn't here in the house because I live in a very small apartment. That's the only period of time I can actually get a clear voice into YouTube. So, and also I've been thinking of doing this like again because the last time I did it is a couple years ago. I just want to see what changed really. So, you know, get with me, maybe go with the questions and I'll just talk about some things about my life. Just some chill and talk while I go to the questions. Um, okay, you regularly make new friends. Yeah, I to this day I still don't think I spend a lot of time exploring very random topics that pique your interest. Probably. Uh-huh. Maybe if you want to cry too. Not really. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. I do think of these a lot, actually. Especially, when things get, but like, I don't usually do this. I do this, but I don't usually do this. I used to say calm even under a lot of pressure. I don't think so. At social events, you try to mostly talk to the ones that you already know. The last time when I was sort of in a social event, I know no one, so the only people that I know, well, the only people that I can talk to is the people that I don't know. Um, that's always been hard. Yeah, probably. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Given my art projects, I very agree with this. You're very sentimental. I'm sorry, I'm bad at English. I rarely see this word, okay? Uh, Somewhat. I think, I don't know. Sometimes I do. My past is sucks, but sometimes I do. Loki. I like to use organizing school like schedules and lists. Probably. Even a small mistake to doubt all your overall abilities and knowledge, obviously. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone and find interesting and start a conversation. Someone you find interesting, huh? I think it's alright. I don't know. I'm not interested in the interpretation and analysis of creative works. Not really, I do art now, so I love anime, so I might just talk about it, I suppose. You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart, probably. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular day routine. Yeah. You really worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Obviously, I agree with that. You enjoy participating in group activities, not really, actually. Um, Sometimes I just like go on my own, really. I like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of anything. Nah, I think that's a bit too vague for me. Your happiness comes from more from helping others than from your own accomplishments. For me, it's a bit of both. Honestly, um, but these days, I sometimes I kind of do feel like it. I mean, no. You're interested in so many things that you find difficult to choose what to try next. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in hand. You're prone to worrying things that will take a turn for the worse. Yep. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. I used to kind of agree with this, but these days I don't know. Like, if it's about things that I'm really familiar with, of course I'll go for a leadership role. But if things that I don't, I honestly don't know. You're definitely not an artistic. I draw anime these days. You think the world would be a better place if people rely more on rationality and less on feelings? Obviously, you prefer to you do a choice before you're allowing yourself to relax. I don't really like to do chores, but sometimes I do. You enjoy watching people argue. Okay, if they argue sensibly, I'll probably enjoy it. But genuinely, no. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. No. Your mood can change very quickly. Probably no. You lose patience with people who are not as patient with you. Sometimes. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Sometimes. I think. I don't know. You're really fascinated by the question of what if anything happens after death. I mean, I've been low key thinking of it because I got a couple of moments in my life where I almost literally died. I realized. Um, and I realized how lucky I am these days, given my current circumstance. Um, Probably. You actually prefer to be around others rather than your own. I don't know. You become bored and lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Not really, actually. You find it easy to emphasize with a person who is very different from yours. Not really. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. It depends whether I'm really confused or not. It depends on a lot of things, obviously. Um, it depends a lot. Oh. But generally, if for the things that I don't really know, I probably agree with it. You rarely second guess the choices you have made. No. After a long and exhausting week, your life is so different than what you need. I don't think so. I just need some rest, honestly. You going enjoy going to art museums? I went to one these days, but I think it's alright. But I wouldn't say I really enjoy it. Simply because I got friends that accompany me to make things a bit interesting. But if I go this on my own, I probably don't really like it. Often have a hard time understanding other people's being probably. You have a to-do list for each day. On my head, probably. You rarely feel insecure. Ugh. Yeah, for I'm working full go, of course. You have to spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Yeah, I would. Yeah. In your social circle, you're often the one who contacts your friend. No, no, I'm totally opposite. If your plans are enjoyable, you talk about it, obviously. Wait, no, I think it should be like, agree. Yeah. You're still bothered by mistakes you made a long time ago. Personally, I feel like mistakes are meant to be made. It sometimes feel like it sort of like makes who I am the way I am. I mean, Because if like things are way too perfect for my life, I sometimes afraid that I won't be like what I am today. So, I do regret sometimes, but at the same time, I low key think that it's fate. I really contemplate the reasons for human existence and meaning of life. Oh hell no! I always think about that. Your emotion control more than you control them. Not really. You take great care not to make people look bad when it's in company. Well, nah. If their fault, I'll make them know. My personal work style closer to spontaneous personal energy than organized and consistent efforts. Yep. When someone thinks highly of you, wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Of course I will, man. Because I know I'm not that great a person, honestly. I know a lot of people think I'm good, but I do mess up quite often. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yeah, actually. Yeah, probably. I believe that pondering abstract philosophical philosophical questions is a waste of time. Damn, I studied in England. Come on, what the fuck is wrong with my English? No, actually. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling environments than quiet. I think it's mainly due to because I've been living in a city for most of my life. At first glance how someone's feeling. No, you often feel overwhelmed. Obviously, you complete things methodically without skipping any other steps. Honestly, I got to admit, the way I draw art is quite methodical. So yeah, very intriguing by things labeled as controversial. Obviously, you'll pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. No, actually, I struggle with deadlines. Sometimes I feel confident that things will work out for you. Current global trends suggest me no. Wait a minute, is this literally the same one I got last time I did the test? I think it's literally the same one. Hold up. It's the same fucking result. It, it, what? It's, okay. It appears I haven't changed much as a person yet. I thought I changed a lot compared to, you know, um, okay, 66% introverted. That'll probably be a little bit autist. Nah, I don't know really. I 68% intuitive. Um, Imagine open-minded, curious. Okay. 79% thinking. They try to tend to see effective as more important than social harmony. Sometimes I do feel like it. Yeah. I. Yeah. Judging. I don't really know. T. A bit half half. I think. Yeah. You know what? I think I should close this for this one. Uh, I don't want people to spam my email. Uh, you know what? I think the next best thing to do is to check out the what I did earlier. Um, so I go back to my YouTube channel. Wait, okay. Let's see when's the last time I did it. No. Um, it's very old, I think. It's a very old video. Very old.
Also, Captain.
Okay, let me just put on the old video real quick. Um, okay. Um, obviously I got um, the old model. Obviously, it's it's been there for quite some time actually. I've been made this like 3 years, not 2 years ago. Yeah, but sort of close to 3
So I
years.
see a lot of people like starting to like.
And obviously my mic isn't as
like,
good
understand of myself a bit
as I am
So I kind of took a
today.
just to let you guys know what about it. So I kind of recently.
You know what? I put the desktop audio a bit lower. Okay, good. Okay. So what did I got? I think I got something similar, right? Let me just skip. It appears that I was a bit more introverted back then. Um, if I check to the ones that I think, and the judging is a bit um, more these days. It feels like. Um, and I'm less turbulent, which is kind of good, in my opinion, actually. Um, it pretty doesn't change much, actually. Surprise. Yeah. Okay. Let me back to the. I'm gonna read this before. Let me see how different I was. Okay, 71% thinking, 79. Oh, I'm less intuitive for some reason. Okay. Huh. That's weird. I haven't really changed about this person. It's... Huh. This. Um. Okay. Are the least likely personality to believe their closest family if they told them they have a supernatural experience? I mean, I probably won't actually. Not gonna lie. I still, even though I gotta admit, let me tell a bit of my personal story. Um, my family actually came from a long line of Buddhists, and I think I tweeted it out earlier. I actually like visited my grandparents. I mean, my long dead grandparents. And I think what surprises me is that my great grandparents is actually there. And I kid you not, he actually got killed in World War II. Yeah. Awkward. Awkward. um, but it's true actually. Well, I think what they say is that he sort of died while escaping the Japanese, and back then we were actually a bunch of somewhat well-off traders. They say until World War II happened and it ruined everything. And yeah, I thought our family was poor all the time, but I realized, well, we're actually kind of well off until the war happened, uh, and one of us member kind of passed away. But why do I have to talk this way? I was like mentioning supernatural stuff, but I did look at SCP and stuff. I think for a while, and the back rooms for a while. I just find them really fantastic stories, I suppose. Instead of actually maybe some, you can actually tunnel through some weird alternate universe, some sort of thing. Yeah. It was just a story, I guess. It's yeah, it's just a story, really. Career paths. I do kind of care about this one because I'm going to uni right now. Not gonna lie. Um, Architects are rarely satisfied by the work that feels easy or comfortable. They want a career that fires up the curiosity of their intellect. I mean, kinda. I do want a comfortable job. As well, to be fair, honestly, I like hard job. It doesn't mind me as long as it pays well. Honestly, I think the pay is kind of important for me, to say the least. And of course, the current housing market it doesn't really help that much. The career to when with a job that currently make the average person think, wow, that sounds hard. That might be a good fit for me, I suppose. Well, I'm doing aeronautical engineering for 4 years, so I heard it's one of the hardest degrees out there. Yeah, I low key, I actually low key afraid that you know I might not able to handle the workload. Hence, I might need to sort of like end my VTubing career prematurely, even though I don't really want to, or I simply just need to change the schedule. And okay, I just realized I found out that the setting actually works pretty well. The new background setting because like my mic is literally directly on my mouth. Oh my god, it works. And I do have an Asus computer. I got that. I just got in. I know it's a Republic Gamers one, but come on. The reason I have to get a gaming computer is because the pressure for professional workloads ones that have the same specs as the gaming one. The gaming ones often are cheaper and provide more powerful. Well, with the example of battery power, but during university, I heard they're gonna give you a free iPad so to take notes with, and I'm gonna use that probably a lot in class. I'm not gonna add any games. I'm not gonna add any social media, because I want to focus on work. Well, so yeah, that's all on every career blues and workplace are competence and effectiveness. I don't think I'm that confident of a person, but effectiveness, I would want to be effective sometimes. But I also heard that people saying about if you like care too much about efficient about your productivity, your mental break. That's what I was kind of afraid to be. Um, is that I will might get burnt out every day from working. I am afraid that might happen sometime, actually. Um, but the disdain for school swimming and workplace, yeah, I don't really care about that, honestly. Yeah, yeah, that's probably the problem I might have. Sometimes I fear that I can't find a good job because not because of my skill, it's because no one like me. I sometimes do feel afraid of that. So yeah, I think that's partly because my parents always warned of that. Because the reason why my dad was the doctor opening his own clinic is because he has a hard time in the hospital actually. From what I heard, that he isn't really well like in the hospital, so that's why he kind of left and opened his own clinic. Well, he makes the same amount of money as today, but and at least he feels a bit more mentally stable than before. That's a good thing, I think. But you know, at the same time, he could like work at a hospital, and I just say, yeah, my dad works at a hospital. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah, you know, it feels a bit, you know, different from telling him he had opened his own clinic, I suppose. Nowadays, and obviously, I occasionally just went up there and helped him. Well, mostly he just thinks that I need help. Yeah, I got that. He always said like, yeah, that you know, kind of concerned that I'm not okay, even though I think I'm okay. Well, I guess sometimes you need someone to get you in check, I suppose. I don't know. Romantic relationships. For me, it's a joke in terms of dating, honestly. When I talk, I think went to some pre-uni events where like we just mingle because I essentially it's part of some sort of society where you know there are different kinds of societies in a university, and I kind of joined two of them, which are mainly related to the place where I'm from. Um, and I freaked out when a girl told me she started dating since she was 12. Because for me, that it's impossible. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know I'm still single to the same. Like, I'm single since I was born. I know that it's. I don't even bother hiding the fact. I sometimes feel kind of proud of it, but I don't know, really. You know, at least I told my girls, those girls, you know, hey, I'm actually kind of here, you know, unlike those fuck boys. You know, I'm untouched, pretty much. I mean, mostly untouched. Well, okay, I don't know, should I talk about that story again? But, you know, I'll talk about that story about another stream. That's a rather interesting story that I can tell when I got nothing to say. Um, in a way that we're trying to start teaching. I think that's the problem when it comes to love, because love is weird. It's for love. And basically women in general. It's a problem that all STEM students or don't have no idea how to do. I mean, most STEM students are male in nature, but you get what I mean. Man, I wish I got, you know, dummy mummies. Yeah, I'm into that. If you don't know. I, oh my god, what happened to my other eye? Um, you know, because I think I posted a meme saying that like along the lines of like, I got dummy ones for being autistic or something, and someone mentioned that it's probably because like, you know, dummy mummies are kind of the girls that are a bit more straightforward, hence why they will attract people like me. But I think they were kind of right. uh, I mean, yeah, I do have a hard time finding, you know, love most of the time actually. You know, sad. But you know, I think I should make it as one of my goals for uni. I think I definitely need to make a list of goals that I sort of want to do in like universities. Given I'm going in for 4 years, and I can't really back out of this because you know they don't even provide a bachelor's degree. They went straight to masters for some reason, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. I don't know. And it's friendships. Yeah, I don't really have much friends actually, but I because I think I personally because from my experience, I never have much friends, so hence why I value more with the quality instead of the quantity of the friendship. Which, not gonna lie, I think a lot of you guys need to learn this lesson out there. Yeah, and I'm glad sometimes, you know, I only have a few friends to deal with. I don't have much people to care about, which can be a good thing, you know. Parenthood, I don't think I can be a very good parent, honestly. Yeah, especially dealing with my sister, it's been a pain in the ass for most of my life. Um, but I probably still want to be honest with my kid. If I don't know if I will have a kid in the future or not, given, you know, I'm always single. And, you know, before you have the kid, you gotta have your wife first. Well, that's what I'm known from my life, I suppose. Um, and given the current economic situation, I don't think it's a very good idea to have a kid. I just afraid because I'm Asian. You know, if I just so happen to date someone Asian, and given, you know, um, I sometimes feel afraid that I'll put too much pressure on my kid. Given not only I came from what, like, come on, like both my parents are actually doctors. Not only that, and my mom was a straight A student, and my dad, well, he basically lived by our whole family from poverty, essentially. Um, I, I sometimes feel afraid about that. Uh, but yeah, I guess it's just me overthinking sometimes. You know, yeah, workplace habits. Yeah, I think one of the things when I get into the worst nightmare would be a micromanaging boss who multiplies it with their time with pointless meetings. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of people that I've noticed that when I talk, like, saw because I need to start understanding how people work. Um, one of the things that I sort of realized is that, you know, quite often times they would just held pointless meetings even though it could just be an email. Partly, I feel like the reason why is that the boss might just want to get a point across, you know, because like an email, people really receive a ton of emails in during work, and they might just skip over said email. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, and I remember I think there's this comedian who literally said in Japan, because he's from Japanese, and in work they do have a lot of meetings actually, and they even held a meeting to discuss how to reduce the amount of meetings. I kid you not. Um, you get what I mean about meetings and stuff. I don't really like them. Um, colleagues. Yeah, I don't really know. So it seems that I didn't really change much as a person, just a bit. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say today, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, I'll be making another update video after this. Right? I'll probably post this tomorrow, but you know you're gonna see it. So, this is the end of the stream. I don't really have much to talk about. Um, so yeah, I see you guys next time. Bye.